Hello, everybody, and happy Friday. Welcome back, Friday Live here on the Victoria Marie YouTube channel. I'm Victoria, and I am so glad that you guys are here. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. We go live pretty much every Friday here on the channel where I share stuff and make things and we hang out and enable each other, and it's all good. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the March Felicity Jane kit, and I'm also going to be making an 8.5 by 11 very simple and clean layout because that's kind of what Felicity Jane kits inspire me to do, and I'll show you why here in just a second. Hello to everybody who has said hello to me in the chats. Hello. I'm so glad that you guys are here. So glad that you're here. Let me know excuse me, happy Friday. I want to make sure that the volume and everything is okay. Awesome. Excuse me just a second. Oh, goodness. Good afternoon. Hello. Happy Friday, everybody. Hello. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe that way and also hit the little bell so that way you'll know each and every time I go live here on the channel and post content. I've got some product and things I'm going to share with you guys this week, and I got a whole bunch of projects lined up that I'm really excited to share. I haven't done a ton of recorded content on the channel in a while, so I'm ready to jump back into it. February was insane for me, so I'm glad to have March as somewhat of a breather so I can get back to doing the things that I've been wanting to do for a while. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome back. I see a whole bunch of regulars, maybe some new folks. Hello. Aubrey Calvin is joining us today, my better half. Don't die, your insurance policy isn't worth much. Thanks, babe. Appreciate that. Okay, we're going to hang out for just a second. If you like this live, make sure you hit the thumbs up for me. That way YouTube will know that you like hanging out here, and that definitely helps out the channel. I love being able to share new product with you guys. You know I'm the queen of enabling. So I know a lot of you are interested in the Felicity Jane kits. I'm going to share some more information. There's also a link in the description there, so if you want to learn more and to shop, please do. That is an affiliate link, and it costs absolutely nothing for you to use, but if purchases are made using that link, then Victoria Marie Designs gets a little bit of kickback of that, a little bit of commission. So that helps to support Victoria Marie Designs and the channel and other things that we have going on here in the community. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad that you're here. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I'm so glad you guys are here. Let's see, who all do we have? My comments are coming up slow, so if I miss your name, I'm sorry. We've got Audrey and Mary and Antonella and Carrie and Paige and Gemma and Janet and Sarah and Ariel. We also have Barb and Heather. And we have Aubrey. Aubrey, thank you for confirming that the volume is good. Thank you for that. We have Dorothy and hey, and Felicity Jane is joining us today. Hello. They must have heard that I was showing their product today. So hello, Jennifer, Felicity Jane. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you so much for joining us. Debbie and Melissa and Etanine, everyone is here. I'm so glad. We're going to hang out for just a second. Thank you. Aubrey brought me up some water because I was up here coughing. Maybe I was dying a little bit. Oh, I'm so glad that you guys are here. Let me tell you a little bit about Felicity Jane, by the way. I have been a longtime Felicity Jane subscriber. I used to be on the design team a few years ago. And I absolutely love the kits. And the reason why I like Felicity Jane kits is because the colors and the designs are so clean and just beautiful and can be used for a variety of projects, not just for scrapbooking, but for card making, for traveler's notebooks, all kinds of fantastic products. So what I want you to do, if you are not familiar with Felicity Jane, I want you to go to the Felicity Jane website. There is a link in the description. Go check out the products, subscribe. It's a fantastic kit club. I'm going to show you everything that you get in the kit. It is a fantastic value for the high quality product that you get, and it's all exclusive. So none of the items are sourced from other brands. They're all designed in exclusive Felicity Jane products. So I hope you guys check that out. We're gonna wait just a few more seconds for other people to pop in. And then we're going to have some fun today. I'm going to show you these products. If you're new around these parts, I love sharing products that I love. I only share the stuff that I love and that I use because I think that's important. I'm not up here trying to share stuff that doesn't work for me as a scrapbooker and as a memory keeper. So I like to share that stuff with you guys to see if it, of course, in fact, fits in with your style of scrapbooking. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into this. I'm going to switch my screen up here in just a second. There might be a slight delay. Let me do, ooh, apparently I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. I apparently don't know what I'm doing today at all. That has been the theme of my week. I don't know what I'm doing. Anybody else have kind of a wonky week? Let me know in the comment section if you've had a wonky week. Audrey says, unboxing the beautiful black ribbon each time is my fave. I agree. And in fact, I've already taken it out of the box. In fact, I got it today. I've already taken it out of the box. It does come packaged in a beautiful black and white box and a nice little black ribbon. So it's a fantastic presentation for those of you who are not familiar with getting Felicity Jane kits. It's absolutely stunning. And you usually always get a 3x4 little thank you card that comes with it from the owner, which I absolutely love. Nice little personalization there. As I mentioned, I've been using Felicity Jane kits for quite a while. The floral paper is stunning. If you like floral paper, then this is the kit for you. Hey, Victoria, what's going on? All Victoria's in the house. Hey, Paige. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Okay, so let's get into it because it's Friday. We're going to relax. We're going to take a deep breath. The weekend is here. I definitely need a deep breath. I'm trying to really lean into my one little word, guys, which is wellness. And February was a hot mess, so I'm trying to breathe and relax. I'm going to spend some time today creating and using. I bought some Copic markers recently I talked about on my Instagram today, so I'm going to be practicing with that and just getting some projects and stuff, just kind of letting some creative energy out, take a bubble bath, read a book. It's time to relax. The weekend is here, so let's do it. Allow me to enable you to buy some stuff this weekend. Okay, so this is the Julia kit for March. Let's go ahead and open up the papers and see what we're working with here this month. These are 12x12 papers. You also get some solids with this as well, some solid cardstock. Beautiful stuff. This is called the Julia kit. In fact, I'm just going to lay this packaging to the side because I'm going to transfer this into something else. It gives you your branding strip here so you can have a preview of the different patterns that come with this particular pack. But don't throw this away because you know what you can do with this? You can trim it down. You can use the smaller patterns for other things on your layout. So you can trim it down to like a 3x4 pocket card. You can use it as a fun strip or something, or a band of pattern paper or something. So don't throw this away. Use as much as you can out of the packaging. Okay, so starting with this beautiful floral print. This is floral and stripes. So this is double-sided. This is fantastic to use as it is. Trim it up, fussy cut into your pattern papers and use them. Then on the B side, you get this beautiful stripe design, which is just gorgeous. I love the thin stripes there, and that just coordinates nicely with that floral. Look how pretty that is. And a lot of the Felicity Jane kits, you're going to get some black and white elements, which is a great foundation when you're using different colors and stuff. So look how pretty that is. That's so gorgeous. All right, so that's number 1 there. Okay, next up we've got some hearts, tone on tone. These are called Hearts and Trellis. Again, this is the Julia kit for March. Look how beautiful that is, that nice little trellis design. Also, I want to mention is that down here in the branding strip, you have the product name here, but then on the back you also have a design. And this allows you to use the entire 12x12 sheet if you're not familiar with this kit. So I usually like to cut these off and use them on my projects in some way. So very pretty. I love that. Very nice. Next up, we've got the dots and types. So here in the front, look at all those multicolored dots there. I love this color palette here. It's so modern, fresh and clean. If that's your thing, then you're going to love these kits. The colors are just phenomenal. And then on the back, you've got some typeface design here. Just some letters here in typeface font and a line. Very pretty. That is really nice. And of course, you got your branding strip down at the bottom. Pretty, pretty. Okay. Oh, you guys know I love me a plaid. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? This is Plaid and Rainbows is what this one is called. Oh, that is pretty. Let me know in the comment section if you appreciate a nice plaid. I certainly do. That is so nice. All right, let's flip it to the back. Oh, fun. See, I need to order some more paper. I could use like 10 pages of these in like no time. Look at all those fun little rainbows there. And they obviously coordinate with the color palette of the kit. Nice, soft, modern colors, not the traditional rainbow colors. That's been a huge trend in not only crafting, but in other areas in the industry as well. In design, love it. Very nice. Okay, next up, this is called Grid and Spots. So you get this nice, soft grid design. I don't know if that's picking up here on the camera, but a really pretty soft grid design against that nice soft pink, kind of a blush pink. I love a grid design. This is what I would consider a really good foundation for a layout, right? You could start here. If you're someone who gets a little intimidated by like a white background, you don't have to do a white background. Grab you something with a design like this that's real subtle, and this will be perfect for a background. Okay, B-side, look at that. These are spots right here against the white background. Of course, you've got your branding strip with the florals at the bottom. Pretty, looks great. That kind of looks like rain to me, just a little bit. Okay, oh yes, a stripe. I love a beautiful stripe. Look at that color palette. Nice, clean, modern. This one's called Stripes and Stars, and so I'm assuming on the back is going to be stars. Yep. Lots of beautiful stars there. Nice branding strip. Love how that coordinates. How fun is that? Really nice. Okay, so that's the pattern paper lineup for this kit, for the Julia kit. Really nice. Okay, in the paper pack, you get 2 double-sided solid cardstocks. So look at these nice, deep, rich colors. Kind of this, oh goodness, I guess this would be more of a coral color with a nice green. And then on the back, you've got more of a pastel palette there. And all of it works together to create a beautiful, beautiful composition. So let's review these pattern papers real quick. So you have your double-sided that comes with the pack. Both, typically you're going to get a light and a dark option, which is really, really pretty. And then let's look at the patterns again. We've got our stripe. This is called Stripes and Stars. Grid and Spots. Plaid and Rainbow. Dots and Type. Hearts and Trellis. And then Floral and Stripes. So that's the A sides of the paper. These are double-sided. And then it's going to be hard to decide which side you want to use, right? Cut in half, use both. And then here are your B sides. Usually you're going to get something that's a little bit more monotone on that B side with the black and white. All works very well together. Isn't it pretty? So, so pretty. Okay, so those are the papers. Now, included with this kit, Jenna, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the kit now is coming with 6x6 papers, but I'm not sure if this is just for this kit or if this is going to be like a thing going forward. But you got a pack of 6x6 papers, and looks like you're going to have sort of the same patterns, or maybe a little bit different. This is my first time opening it with this new. Okay, so this is obviously the same pattern, but smaller scale. Now, here's the thing about 6x6 papers is that typically the smaller the paper, the smaller the pattern. So that's going to work for things like your card projects, for smaller elements on your scrapbook layouts, for pocket cards, traveler's notebook size things. So if you're wanting to use pattern paper, but you don't want to use a big, large 12x12, then consider a 6x6 or 6x8 pattern papers also work well too. So you've got double-sided, beautiful floral. Looks like you get 2 of each. Yep. So this is the A side and this is the B side of that 6x6 paper. Very nice. Let me move this out the way. Don't want to get too crowded, particularly for those of you who want to shop. Let's see, they said it was a subscriber gift for the month because of the shipping delay. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so if you are a subscriber, then you got the 6x6 pattern papers because there was a shipping delay. Okay. Thank you, Felicity Jane. I think I may have read that in my email, but I probably forgot. All right, so here is the other stripe with the plaid. Look how great. This is like my favorite pattern of all time. All time. I love this pattern so much. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, cool. And then you get some solids with this. So if you are a subscriber, this is what you got this month. which is great, which is the perk of being a subscriber, because you never know what little fun little surprises you may get. So consider becoming a subscriber. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about that here in just a second. By the way, I'm not being paid or anything by Felicity Jane to do this. I am a subscriber and I love their products, and I'm going to shout to the rooftops about the products. That's why I like sharing this stuff with you guys. All right, so solids, beautiful, love that. And these are double-sided as well. So very nice. You've got the blue with the pink. You got the pink. Oh, you get two of the same. So blue with pink, and then yellow with sort of this rose color, I'm assuming. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so if you're a subscriber, that was the goodie. That was the goodie that you got this month. Okay, so we went through the papers. Let's look at some other things you get, because, folks, that's not all. As always, you do get some really fun die-cut shapes with this. And so what I'm going to do, since I'm going to be working with the die-cut shapes anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get my tray out, because you guys know I love my tray. I got that from Target. I had something just fall on the floor, and I'm not sure what it is. Oh, here it is. Okay. So let's look at the die cuts. The die cuts are beautifully made, super high quality, great weight to these cardstock, or to the cardstock. Love it. So let's go ahead and spread these puppies out and see what all we have. This is my first time looking at the kit, guys. So yeah, I didn't look at this before, other than to pull out just a couple of things. All right, so we got some flowers, some butterflies, some bows. You get a nice assortment of just some beautiful little die cuts here. We've got some labels. Let me sort and kind of spread these out. Whenever you're working with a kit, take it out of the package and spread it out. You know, like, see what all you have, see what you're working with. This will help you plan your projects and kind of get a feel for the collection, how it's going to work together. I don't know how many times I have left product in the packaging and not really explored and played with it. So over the years, anytime that I get something new, I take it out and spread it out and play with it and see what's all available to me. Okay, we got some tags and some tabs. Oh, you guys know I love my tabs. You know I love a good tab. You know it's a good day when you got a good tab. Okay, let's see here. So, we've got, let's see how I can do that here. This says create, which I'm going to use for the title. And here is Julia. Usually you always get an illustrated young lady here with your kit. I don't ever use them. I'm kind of collecting them. I don't know why. I don't ever use the girls that come with it. A tab that says beautiful. You got some floral elements, some tags, which are also my jam. You got some photo corners, beautiful butterflies, some labels, flowers, a star, these little tags here. It says chapter 3, work in progress, hearts. Here's that rainbow element here. Here's another star and a bow. This label says this moment. I made this. Creating is my happy place. So this kit is themed around creating, it looks like. I'm trying to hold this so you guys can see it. Yeah. So this is, there we go. I'm trying to, my footage is delayed slightly. So I'm trying to make sure that I have everything positioned the way I need that position. But all of these beautiful elements that you get in the kit, in the die cut, this comes along with the subscription kit. If you are not subscribed to this, you can purchase the kits without being a subscriber, but subscribe, because then you get the discount. All right, so there we go. All those fun die cuts. What else do you get with this kit? With the kits. So we've got some washi tape. For those of you who love washi tape, you're going to love Felicity Jane washi tape. And this month, we got some stars. So let me pull this out. Take all your stuff out the packaging, right? Play with it. Put it on some stuff. Let's see here. Oh, that's pretty. Little star washi. Love that. Nice little roll. That's going to be perfect on any type of project, really. I like that. Okay, washi tape. Then, it's another one of my favorite elements. These are little clips. Let me see if there's any tape on here. Can I just, yeah. So you get this little bitty jar, and there's some little clips in here. And I probably have like a super collection of these little clips. because they're so cute. And you get them in this nice little jar, and it says Felicity Jane. So you can just pop that in your organizer, pop that in your kit. Super portable. And then also if I use up all the elements that are included in this little packaging, then I can keep it and I can put other things in it, like jewels or my extra clips and things that I have from previous kits and stuff. So these are a nice green color, which I'm all about green. I've been seeing a lot of green lately, so I'm all about that. Green is not technically my favorite color, but I do appreciate it for sure. Okay. Next up, if you like pocket cards, the kit also includes some pocket cards. 3x4 pocket cards. And these are, they have grid or dot on the back of them. But again, repeating some of those floral elements. We've got some stripes, star. You can use this for anything. Pocket scrapbooks, put them on your layouts, put them in your traveler's notebooks. Here is, I love these types of cards because it makes for easy journaling. Look at the stripe, beautiful. You can use a stamp a little something there. Create, very nice. This week, awesome. Then you can put a little something there. Love a nice grid. Very nice, love the yellow. Oh, this is fun. The little boxes there, that's really fun. That'd be fun to stamp something on. Some polka dots. Another one with a little line. It kind of looks like a little notebook page. Hey, Millie, what's going on? That you can journal on. I love a journaling card that already has lines on it because I can't write straight to save my life. So if it has lines on it, it's great. And then the green with the white hearts. So you get a pack of 3x4 pocket cards with your kit. Nice, versatile. Use it on a lot of different things. Okay, let me move this out the way for just a second. I'm excited to use this kit, guys. Also included are some chipboard buttons. Again, this kit's called Julia. You get a set of chipboard buttons. There's 12 of them. So it says workspace. You've got a little check here, design, happy, flowers, smile, some dots. Love this. Stripes, hearts, more stripes, ampersand, and flowers. And these, I think, already have, yep, they are adhesive backed, so you don't have to add adhesive to them. It's pretty good adhesive too, so you don't have to add adhesive to it. So how fun is that? Love these. Love me some chipboard. Chipboard pieces and die cuts are my favorite elements to use on a scrapbook page or any crafting project. So there we go. You get 12 pieces of those. But that's not all, folks, because you also get some epoxy dots. And these have some adhesive on them too. And notice that they range in size. So you go from your large to your small. And this is great to accent your projects with. Love these epoxy dots and the colors. Very nice. Excited to use these. I have a bunch of these. I just kind of hoard them and I need to use them. I totally need to use it. Hey, Andy, she says, Friday off, I can totally join the fun. Yay! Well, welcome, friend. Sit back and relax. I'm just enabling people right now, so you've come at a good time. One of my favorite elements, well, I love Felicity Jane kits in general, but one of my favorite elements is with the kit, you get some alpha stickers, and I've got quite a bit of Felicity Jane alpha stickers. By the way, the Felicity Jane kits are designed as such that you can use elements from other kits with your current kits. So a lot of the color palettes work very well together, so you're getting even more bang for your buck. So here are the Julia Alphas, and these are kind of a peachy color, I guess. That's what it's coming off looking like to me. But you get letters and numbers and some of your characters, including some hearts and commas, dots, question marks, and your exclamation marks. But very nice, these little, and they're thin. So this works super well for doing titles and things like that. And you can mix them with other sticker fonts too to get a really pretty title. I'm not sure if I'm going to use these for today's project because I might use a die cut for my title. So I will probably use this in other projects that I use along the way this month. Okay. And I think I have one more thing because we're almost done with the unboxing. Almost done. Okay. Now, what I think makes this a super value is that you get a stamp set with your kit. And this is great. So this is the Julia stamp set. It already comes in a pocket, so you don't have to transfer it to a different pocket if you don't want to. It already has the nice branding on it. And then look at these great stamps. So you have one here, great for journaling. It says details, how it started, how it's going. Let's see, this one says, sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. Ain't that the truth, right? Rainbow, and these are separate arches, so you can create different colors with the inks that you have on hand. This is happiness. You got a label. My story, repeated about 5 times. Work in progress. This is another label. You can stamp fussy cut. This one says creating. It's my thing. Voila. Magic. Create, 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 create. And then an arrow, which is great. And this stamp here says my happy place. So these are fantastic for those layouts that you're making about creating or maybe even working or some other things too. So, oh, and there's little hearts there too. So I will probably be using this on today's project. So if you subscribe, again, I share this as a subscriber. I don't share this for, any other compensation or anything like this, but I share it as a subscriber. If you subscribe, it's $34.97 USD. Make sure you go to the Felicity Jane website to learn more about subscribing to the kit. You get your gorgeous 12 by 12 pattern papers. You also get some letter fonts. You get other embellishments as well, and they vary, right? So you always get die cuts. You always get the 3x4 pocket cards. We've had more chipboard pieces in recent kits. We've got epoxy dots. We've got the clips. We've got some washi. And we have some die cuts and your stamp. What an amazing value, right? I sound like I'm on HSN. I should be on HSN for a living, right? All right, so that's the kit. That's what you get. If you are interested in learning more about Felicity Jane, if you subscribe but you haven't subscribed in a while and you're thinking about jumping back into subscribing, please do check it out. Support small shops. I put a link in the description box that is an affiliate link, which means it's completely free for you, but I get a little bit of commission if anything is purchased using the links. Totally appreciate it. Those things definitely helps out Victoria Marie Designs. But check it out. Fantastic product. If you're looking for a kit with more subtle colors, a little bit more clean, more modern color palette and design, check out Felicity Jane. I think you guys will love it. Okay, now let's make something with this kit. Let's see the kit in action. I'm going to go to the comments real quick. Let me know if you have subscribed to Felicity Jane, or if you're currently subscribing, or if you've been thinking about it. Let's see. Just making sure there's any comments. Audrey says, I love the packaging can be used. You're absolutely right. The packaging can be used. Notice this really fun scallop right here. You can totally cut that and use that as a scalloped element. So that's a good point, Audrey. Thank you for pointing that out. Tammy says, I enjoy hitting up Felicity Jane's sales. Awesome sales. Can't resist. Absolutely. Kim says, I love their alphas. Me too. Absolutely. Let's see. Carly says, I agree the stamps make it a great value, but I'm not a huge stamper. Sometimes I wish there was a stamp-free option. That's interesting. Beautiful kit, beautiful kit. Yay! So I'm glad you guys like the kit. Very good. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right into this. I'm going to set these things aside over here. There we go. And today, I'm going to be making an 8.5 by 11 layout. I'm going to stick this here for right now. And I'm going to start out with a piece of white cardstock, 8.5 by 11. I also have 2 photos. Now, I recently took these photos of myself for another project. I had to send in some lifestyle photos for an online class that I'm teaching. And so I thought when the kit came in today and I noticed that it was sort of craft theme, like, liking to craft and that type of thing, I thought this would be perfect. And I can go ahead and scrap these photos and kind of talk a little bit about the fact that I feel very lucky to not only be in the industry, but to enjoy crafting, because crafting is super fun. So I have these photos that I used an app on my phone called PicFrame to resize them to 3 by 4. However, when I print them out using my Epson app, I'm able to make the photos smaller or have a smaller print. And so I scaled it down to 3.5 by 5 because I want to use both of these, and I wanted to make sure that I had enough room on my 8.5 by 11 spread to not only have the photo, but the journaling and that type of thing. I also typed up my journaling and made a tag. And this is really easy to do. So you can use any type of word processor, Word, Microsoft Word. You can use, Google Docs. I mean, not Google. Whatever was it Google? What's it called? It's the equivalent to like Word on Google. I forget what it is. Anyway, so you can type this up, type it up on your typewriter, whatever. And then what you do is you cut out your journaling in the shape of a tag. And I have the dot or the opening of the tag, the little hole of the tag at the bottom, because what's going to happen is I kind of want it to sort of hang down here in the bottom of my layout underneath my photo. So I typed this up, Microsoft Word. I created a text box. I used a typeface font to go in it. And then I printed it out on cardstock. And then I trimmed it down to roughly, I made a text box roughly about 2 inches or so, a little bit over 2 inches, maybe close to 3 by 2. So I can make sure I had enough room to punch my hole. And then I used a hole enforcer by We Are Memory Keepers to create the little enforcer there, okay? So that's how I made that little journaling tag. Now, if you already have a tag in your stash, you can just type over it, or you can print your journaling and slap it right on the tag, right? You can keep it pretty simple. Okay, so what I have here, again, is my 8.5 by 11 spread. I've got my journaling all ready to go. I'm going to keep this clean and simple. The journaling says, for as long as I can remember, I have always been a crafter. I love working with my hands and creating beautiful projects, some to give away and others to keep. And I think that it is super awesome that I get to do what I love for a living, which it is. I feel very, very lucky. It's a privilege and an honor to share my joy of making with others who enjoy crafting as much as I do. The life of a maker is incredible, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, and I wouldn't. I've had some pretty good careers in my life, but this is probably by far the best thing outside of when I worked in child welfare. That was very rewarding and very difficult. But this is really fun, and I love being able to do things like this, to hang out with you guys and to be a part of your storytelling journey. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to trim down this 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and I want to back it with one of these pattern papers. So I'm trying to decide what that's going to be, which one. So I could go colorful, like this, and I just want this paper to come to the sides here. So I could do something colorful like that. I could go more, a little bit subtle, and use this gingham. I think that kind of washes it out just a little bit with the white. I would need to add more color to that, I think. I also thought about going more neutral with the black and white, which makes it a little bit more graphic. So what I want is just 2 bands of pattern paper on the side here. So I thought about that. Probably not going to use pink, because I usually don't always use pink on layouts about me. I usually reserve that for my kid. I could go colorful some more and do the dots. So that's kind of fun too. Kind of like the dot idea. Kind of like that. Okay. So I'm thinking that might be what I do. Since this is about me creating, I want it to be fun. Okay, so I'm going to start there. Now, I want to preserve some of this paper, clearly, because I don't want to waste it at all. I don't want to waste it. So let me find my paper trimmer, and I'm going to trim off just a bit of my white cardstock. Let's start with maybe about 1/2 inch. Oh, that worked out perfect. And 1/2 inch, I believe, will work just fine. I believe. Okay. let me trim up the dot paper. Now this is where people start getting really hesitant, because if you're like me and you like pretty paper, then you're probably not going to want to cut into it. But you know my motto, champa champa, just cut right into that paper, folks. Cut right into it. Let's see how that'll work out. Let me trim this down just a little teeny slither more. There we go. Just want those dots on either side. Now, here's what I'm going to do, because we don't want to waste all that precious dot goodness, is I'm going to gut the middle of it. I could have just trimmed 2 strips and put it behind my paper. I could do that too. Whatever works for you. This is a great way to preserve your pattern paper. And now I've got this piece that I can use. This doesn't have to be perfect. Now I still have more of that polka dot piece that I can use for another project. There we go. That's cute. So let's grab some adhesive. Stick this on, because we're committing. That's what we're doing. No commitment issues here, folks. And let's pop that on. If you're having a hard time seeing if you're getting your element straight, stand up and look over your paper. So that way you can see if you're getting it straight or not. Alrighty, so I want to make sure that's as even as I can get on both sides. That'll work. Cute! Very cute. The diagonal would have worked too. I agree. But I kind of like the dot. Alrighty, let's build up here. Thinking we're to do this, maybe? I kind of like this photo here. I know it has me looking away, but that's okay. I'm not that picky about it. Okay, so here's my thought. Photos are going to go there. Journaling is going to go somewhere right here. And then I want to use this die cut right here to start as the basis of my title. Real nice, clean, and simple. And then I'll probably have some kind of little string or something coming down there. So I think that would be pretty. Also, what would look really pretty is some stitching right along here, which maybe I'll do at some other point, but we'll see. Okay? Awesome. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and commit. Let's get this photo down here on the page. Nice and simple, nothing too crazy. And then we're going to get this photo down on the page. You know what? You know what I want to do? I totally forgot. Let's take advantage of some papers here. I want to add a little bit of color. Blue and that. Okay, so this is where 6x6 papers come in handy. So I want to add a little bit of color around these photos just to make them pop. So I'm just going to use some of the 6x6 that came as a gift to subscribers this month. And I'm going to trim this out using my tonic trimmer. Yes, I do use more than one trimmer whenever I'm making stuff. Because this trimmer I need for precision trimming. The other one I need to cut my 6x6 papers with. So, you know, it's a thing. Only crafters understand this thing, right? Only people in our community understand this thing. Oh, Felicity Jane says, I love the commitment. I usually put my project together without adhesive to make sure I love every bit and then take it apart to adhere. You know what? You gotta go big or go home, right? You gotta take the risk. But I will say, on the flip side of that, though, take a swig of water here. I will say, on the flip side, there are many times when I have adhered things to my layout and I didn't want it there after putting it down, and then I'm having to like pull it up. So, you know, either way, when you're a risk taker like me, then you have to deal with the consequences of that risk, right? Also, if I don't go ahead and just make the commitment, then I'll hee-haw about it. And so I might as well just go ahead and just make the commitment and call it a day. Okay. Oh no, there's some adhesive on my photo. Okay, I'm gonna have to remedy that later. Yeah, we'll have to get to that later. Okay, so let's go ahead and just stick it down because, you know, that's what we're here to do. We're here to make a layout. So I'm just going to put this one here. Let me make sure I have it the way that I want. This one just kind of tilted, right? Just for a little bit of interest. There we go. I also don't have an eye for center, so I have a lot of layouts where I'm thinking it's centered and it's not. But that's okay, because I don't really care that much. I don't really care that much after all. Okay, so this is looking nice. This is a great go-to layout. Need to be more of a risk taker. Yeah, stick it down, exactly. Okay, I'm loving how this is looking so far. Okay, so let's go ahead and work with the title here. And I think there's a couple of things I want to play with. I love the tag. I love these little tags. Thought about doing something like that, like adding in the tags. I don't know. We'll see. Flowers I definitely want to use to kind of frame out the layout just a little bit. Butterflies, faux show. I love this little rainbow. I'm going to try to use that one in some way. Okay, so before I get ahead of myself, this is a label that says creating is my happy place. So I think I might do something like that. And then have my journaling here. Now, here's one thing I will admit. It is harder for me to do a layout with cleaner lines than it is for me to do something that has lots of embellishment on it. Don't know why it is, but it is harder for me. It seems like I'm using a different part of my brain creatively when I'm doing that. Okay, I kind of feel like I want to use a stamp in some way. Maybe I move this down. And creating is my happy place. This is happiness. Maybe I'm going to put this as my thing. So I kind of like the idea of that right here. Okay. Alrighty, so let me commit to that. I want to pop up the word create using some foam. Kathy says I'm definitely a hee-hawer. Anybody else a hee-hawer? You hee-haw around trying to make decisions when you're scrapbooking? Let's see, Scrappy says, I peel off 90% of what I stick down. I never realize until the end that the perfect spot for some mist or ink is under the pile of paper and embellishments. You are not alone, my friend. You are not alone with that at all. When I first started scrapbooking, I was so plagued with indecision because I was trying to get my layouts to be perfect. And I quickly learned there's no such thing, right? You just have to go with the flow and create projects that make you happy and that look good to you. If it looks good to you, then you're done, right? That's all that matters. Okay, so I'm going to pop this up using some foam squares. Let's see if that's enough. to make that stand up a little bit. I might have to double, no, I'm going to leave that right here. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. So let's commit. No commitment issues here, folks. We're going to commit and get it done. Now, the cool thing about just going clean and simple is you don't have to stress yourself out over using a bunch of elements, which you guys all know I love to layer. I love to use my stuff. But sometimes you just want something that's just a bit cleaner. And these Felicity Jane kits make it possible for you to do that. Okay, now we're going to put the label down that says creating is my happy place. By the way, if you're new to the channel, welcome. So glad you're here. Make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell. That way you'll know each and every time I go live here on the channel. Okay, here we go. So we have that, and then the journaling, which I'm loving. So everything is kind of going down. We got a vertical presentation here on this layout. Valerie, Victoria, not Vicky, got my V's mixed up, you know. Valerie, not Val, haha. Oh. Valerie, you need to. You need to. And Valerie, by the way, I go by Vicky with an I, so you spelled it correctly. You spelled it correctly. Absolutely. I'm Vicky, Vic, but I'm also sometimes, to some people who've known me forever, Valerie, Virginia, Veronica, Vivian. I had this coworker I worked with for many years, and she would call me Veronica all the time. And I'm like, one day I called her out, and I'm like, you do know my name's not Veronica, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh my God, Lee, seriously. Okay, now I want to get the journaling into place. I'm going to grab some twine. I just bought this at my craft and hobby store. Whoops. And I think what I want to do is just slip it through here like this. There we go. I thought about, I'm trying to channel my inner Sherry Forisher, who does really cute things like this. Just kind of have it hanging. It can go under the layout like that. I kind of like that idea. Okay, let me put some adhesive on. Sheree is a part of the Felicity Jane design team, and she's always doing layouts like this, where she takes tags and she puts twine with them and hangs them off the page, and they're just so pretty. So I'm channeling my inner Sheree here. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. And then what I'm going to do is just take this little tag. Now, if I had more room up here, I would just let it hang. But I'm just going to stick that like right behind my layout. Because why not? Why not do something like that? And then if I was really feeling jazzy about it, then I could use my tiny attacher. I'm going to use some of this washi here since it's here. I can use my tiny attacher and staple that on if I was feeling kind of jazzy with it. Okay, so there we go. Look how pretty that is. And if I want to do like another tag up here with a string going behind it, that'd be pretty cool too. Okay, so we've got that into place. Next, let's do just a teeny bit of stamping. There is a stamp here that says it's my thing, because crafting is my thing. It's all our things, right? We love crafting. This is where just a teeny bit of stamping comes in if you're someone who's hesitant about stamping. Also, by the way, I think I might do something else with this. If you don't like stamping directly on your page, that's okay. You can turn it into a die cut, which I think I'm about to do if I have enough space for it. So let's see. I think I might do a little something over here. So there's a little tag, or label rather. Let me find some white cardstock. Scrap right there, that's handy. Will that fit in there? It will. Okay, so I have this label here, and then this stamp that says it's my thing. Let's do some stamping. Sometimes stamping can be super subtle. It doesn't have to be like this whole thing, right? Let me grab a acrylic block. And this label. Let's see what we can do with this. Fantastic photopolymer stamps. Some of my favorite stamps. I'm going to stamp that on some Nina Solar White cardstock. Look how nice that is. Great impression coming out the gate. By the way, the ink I'm using is VersaFine. And this is Onyx Black. It's some of my favorite ink. After I stamp it, I do like to give it a minute so it can dry a little bit. Those foam squares, Crystal, are from, I purchased them from Scrapbook.com. They are from, hold on, I'll tell you exactly where they're from. The foam squares, these are 3D foam squares from Scrapbook Adhesives. And you can purchase this from Scrapbook.com. There's other retailers that sell them as well. So these are the foams that I'm using. They're about 1/4 by 1/4 inch. And they're not super tall either, which is great. And you get small ones, and then you get the 0.43 by 0.47 size as well. Okay. Next up, I'm going to put the phrase. Let me see if the phrase will fit in here. Should. Yeah, I think it'll fit. I'm just using black because I like that element of black on the layout. This is a great way to use those stamps, right? If you're not sure what to use or use your stamps, use them for things like this, creating your own die cuts. Okay. Let me get my precision scissors. Tonic. And I'm just going to cut this out. Just, come on, little scissors. There we go. Creating my own die cut. And that's the cool thing about these, because then you can reuse your stamps time and time and time again. To create the die cuts and things for your projects. You can stamp on your layouts with your for titles, for journaling, all kinds of things. And I hear a lot of times when people say, I don't usually reach for stamps when I'm scrapbooking, but stamping can be a great way to stretch the products that you're using and to create something unique for your page. Okay, so I like that. It's my thing. Now I'm trying to decide, do I want to punch a hole and put something in it? I could. Let me think. I don't want another string hanging out that way because I think that'd be too much. I think I'm just going to tack it down. I don't want to think that hard about it. Okay, here we go. Let's stick that there. Yes, looking good. Okay, let's clean the stamp. All right, let me go to the comments real quick. Jennifer says, I just subscribed. Victor, after 3 months, I did not find myself using things. Yes, option to cancel. Absolutely. Do not hoard the pretty things. When you get your kit, use it. Cut into those papers. Have fun. Hey, Cindy, what's going on? Yeah, Cherie's work is so beautiful. Yes, Kim, you can find them, these foam squares at Hobby Lobby, I believe. I'm trying to remember if Michael sells them. I don't think, yeah, I think Michael sells them. You can find them online. Yeah. Put a dot on it. That's right, Dee. Put a dot on it. When in doubt, put a dot on it. All right, let me put my stamps back because that is something I will definitely forget. I lost a stamp, a little cloud stamp, many years ago. And I was so sad because I really liked it. And it was the one stamp that was missing from this particular, it was actually a Felicity Jane stamp that was designed by Sue's Fish. And it had this cute little cloud. And I misplaced the little cloud. I didn't know where it was. And then I was cleaning out my craft supplies. It was stuck to the back of another stamp set. So I'm glad I found the cloud. Now it's been reunited. So it's good to go. It was so sad because I really, really love the collection. I love that cloud stamp. So it's been reunited. Okay. So there we go. Let's go ahead and continue on. Just a few more things for our clean and simple layout. This wouldn't be a layout unless I had a tab of some sort. This one says beautiful. So I kind of want to use it maybe to the side, maybe. We'll figure that out here in just a few. Okay, let's add some more little elements to this. How about, thought about doing, just kind of keeping that vertical line situation. I thought about doing some more labels up here, but I kind of like that white space there, so maybe not. Maybe not. Work in progress. I might save that for something else. Let's see what else we got here. We got some more flowers, butterflies, rainbow. Now it's time to sort of figure out where the things are going to go, right? I kind of like that. Butterfly. I usually don't know where the stuff's going to go. I just kind of put things down. I like that. Keeping with that vertical line, that's looking pretty snazzy. How about some of these little flowers here? Just trying to keep those vertical elements popped up here. Let's see. Oh, don't like that. Gosh, that looks so cute. Okay. Okay, I think we're working with something here, folks. I think we're cooking with fire. I love that. Okay, let's go with this. Decision made, executive decision. Let's do it. Sometimes you don't know until you just slap it on the page. That's like my technical advice. Just slap it on the page. Melissa says, I'm still hoarding the Sue's Fish collection. Oh, Melissa. Girl, that collection came out I don't know how long ago. I don't know how long it's been since that collection came out. She's still hoarding it. You better use it up. I'm going to challenge you to use it. Sometimes I feel that my layouts follow a similar formula from time to time. So whenever I'm creating, I try to ask myself, is this something that I've done already? And if it is, then I ask myself, how can I change it up? Kathy, I agree. Yes, yes, with the butterflies, right? Absolutely. What I'm doing is I'm popping these butterflies, their little wings up with a foam dot. Because then it makes it look like it's floating off your page. And I just put that on the ends, or put them right on the wings. And then what I do is I add a little bit of adhesive. So then I bend it, it sticks to the paper, but then the adhesive pops it up. So it looks like your butterflies are floating on your page. Okay. Guys, I'm loving this. Oh my god, this is so cute. Yes. Look how great that is. Okay. Feel free to scrap lift. Scrap lift away, my friends. I will post a picture of this today. I'm trying to do things now, because if I don't, then I'll forget. Okay, so I'm thinking, what else do I have here that I might want to pop on this? I can't wait to use this little stamp here. I don't want to overcrowd it, that's for sure. I love these photo corners. Like putting one here. Kind of like, I feel like that anchors it just a bit. Yep, those are going on. Faux show. Let's add some adhesive to that. Whoops. If you subscribe to Felicity Jane, let me know. If this has been your push to subscribe, let me know. I think you will love this kit. It's so beautiful. And when you get it, just open it up. and use it. Cut into all those papers, use all those embellishments. Oh God, yes. What do we think? Right? That's so great. Jaredella, hey girl, what's going on, sis? I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for the comments, guys. Thank you. Right, Kathy? The photo corners? It just set it off. Like, I could be done right now and be done with it. Yeah, Charlene, I would probably add some gold splatters too, right? It could be a little bit of splatter there, almost. See, I'm debating it because right now I'm at that sweet spot where it's like, yes, it looks fantastic. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to add the splatters or not. Oh, I don't know. That's such a good idea. Okay, so now I'm at that point where I'm thinking, okay, is there anything else I want to add to this? Because it's already looking so pretty. Ooh, maybe we go to our little dots here. So we've got some die cuts. We did some stamping. We made a little label. This is so fun. Guys, I've been doing so much computer work lately. It is just nice to be able to sit and make a layout. This is so much fun. This layout's going to go in a scrapbook album that I have designated just for my little crafty adventures. Usually if I make a layout about being on a design team or being hired as a contract designer or going to retreats or whatnot, I like to preserve those memories in their own album. Thank you, Dee Dee. Melissa, you will love it. Jaredell, you need to scrapbook. You know you'd be fabulous. Okay, so I'm thinking what I want to do is add some of these little epoxy dots. You get 108 epoxy dots in the collection or in the kit. So let's see what we've got going on here. I think I might put, let's grab one of these. I like to cluster my epoxy dots or my enamel dots in general. Like some people, they spread them out and they look cute. For me, I like to cluster them up. Let's repeat that up here. I think this is the finishing touch, friends. I think this is it. And then let's do a little bitty little something something there. And then let's add a pink one here. Yes, I love this. Do I want to add something down here? Nope, I still don't want to add anything down there. I still don't. I feel like there needs to be something that finishes up that kind of visual triangle situation going on, but I'll figure that out here in just a minute. Sometimes I have to step away for it to come to me to see what it is that I want to add on to the layout, because then I want it to feel balanced, right? Do I want to do like a little flower here or here? Oop, okay, well, flower, get where I need you to be. I could do a little flower something here or something smaller here. Like I need something that's going to finish out that visual triangle situation. Maybe I do something like that. Because now that's starting to feel a little bit more balanced. I almost wish there was another butterfly. That looks cute, those little flowers. Do I have a butterfly in the stamp set? No butterfly in the stamp. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's no big deal. No big deal. Okay. But that does actually make it more balanced. For sure. And it doesn't always have to be the same exact elements in each cluster. I might have to search in my Felicity Jane stuff to see if I have a little butterfly stamp, which we probably do. One of these collections has a butterfly stamp. Okay. And let me put a little dot element on here. Yes, yes, yes. This looks so great. All right, here we go. Actually, I don't think I need those. Let me do an odd number. Ah, okay, these are sticking underneath my nails. All right, hold on. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have a butterfly stamp somewhere so I can have kind of like that little butterfly floating there, but we'll work that out later. It's not a big deal. Okay, so I think the only other thing I would do to this is if I had a sewing machine, if my sewing machine was working, which it's not, and the sewing place that I want to take it to is open again, so I'll take it there and have to fix it. But in any event, I could do some faux stitching here. I can do some hand stitching, which I might do some hand stitching here along the side just to bring in a little bit of texture there. Also, fake it till you make it. So if you have a stitch stamp, then you can do that too. So maybe I'll use my little stitch stamp from Bow Bunny and put some stitching there. I think I actually may have some Felicity Jane stamps that have some stitching too. So I might have to check that out and see what I have. But anyway, layout is done. Clean and simple using the March Felicity Jane kit. I absolutely love how this came out. I love all the white space. Like there's literal white space on here. It's really, really pretty. Aubrey, what are you doing? I put a caterpillar on there. Eventually it'll become a butterfly. Be quiet. Lord Jesus. This is what I put up with. Leftover from a prior... Love it, Aubrey. Aubrey's crazy. You're so crazy. Okay, anyway. So, nice clean layout using the March Felicity Jane kit. Make sure that you check it out. These kits are fantastic. You can buy elements of the products without being a subscriber, but the best deal comes when you are a subscriber. It's $34.97. I posted a link in the description if you want to go check it out, subscribe, show them some love. Female owned, small shop. You know I'm all about that. I love the way this layout came together. It's so clean, it's so fresh, got some literal white space going on here. The only other thing I would add to this is some stitching here on both sides. Nice vertical presentation. I love doing this type of design where you kind of stack things and move them down in one direction on your layout, and it just looks pretty. I think the butterflies give it that added little bounce and movement, and I think I will try to see if I have another like a little butterfly stamp, which I'm pretty sure I do, to kind of bring another butterfly element here to maybe replace one of the flowers or something like that. I'm not sure yet, but I needed something to sort of represent a visual triangle for this layout. I really, really, really love the way this came together. So pretty. And I love these kits. I've been a subscriber for a long time and I absolutely love it. So yes, there we go. Let me go through the chat real quick. Aubrey, are you causing problems? Thank you, Anne. I appreciate that. Yes, Cindy. She makes me laugh all the time. You guys should be here just at our normal family time. We're a bunch of nuts. Love the colors. Date stamp. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jennifer, for mentioning that. Date stamp. By the way, Felicity Jane has date stamps, by the way, but I do have a Felicity Jane date stamp, and I need to put the date somewhere on here. Now, I don't know where I'm going to put it. I kind of have an idea of where I'm going to put the date. Gosh, you guys know I'm notoriously bad about putting dates on my on my layouts. However, if I don't feel like putting the date on the layout, what I do is I put the date on the back of the layout. So that way when I'm putting it in my my album, I know which album to put it in and I know the date. I can just look on the back if I don't feel like I can put it on the front. I kind of feel like the date should have gone somewhere along this vertical line, but I wasn't thinking about it. I could stamp it here on the side or here. Okay, I'm going to have to think about that. But I'm going to leave it right next to the layout so I know to put the date on there. So thank you for reminding me for that. Barb, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for your comments on this project. Okay, a couple of things before we go. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe here to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel. Click the bell indicator. That way you'll know each and every time I go live or post content here to the channel. Another way you can support the channel is by hitting thumbs up. So if you've enjoyed what you saw today, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Let YouTube know that you like this so that way they can show other people that, including yourself, to remind you that we go live and do all kinds of fun things here on the channel. Thank you to Felicity Jane for joining us today. I'm so excited. Absolutely love this kit. And of course, I'll be sharing more unboxings. I like doing the unboxings live because that's one less video I have to record and edit. So I can share my real-time thoughts with you on the unboxing of the products. But please, please, please support Felicity Jane. Shop small, female-owned company. Make sure you check it out. I posted a link down in the description. It is an affiliate link, completely free for you to use. Victoria Marie Designs does get a small commission anytime that link is used for purchases. That helps support the channel and helps support Victoria Marie Designs, and I appreciate that so much. Before we go, let me check the comments. Great layout. I like it on the side or above the flower. Yep, that could go there too. Aubrey, Mariah Carey's 1997 album Butterfly debuted as #1 on the Billboard charts and went to sell 10 million copies. Thank you, Aubrey, for that factoid. I appreciate it. You see what I have to put up with, folks? Thank you for that. You can always count on Aubrey to bring in the different facts. She's a great trivia partner, by the way. So thanks, Charlene. I appreciate it. All right, guys, we will. Thanks, Felicity Jane. We appreciate it so much for joining us today. Thank all of you for joining me today. We will be back again next. No, actually, we won't be back next Friday. Not next Friday. Wait, what is the date? We'll be back next Friday for sure. We'll be back next Friday, but we will not be live on the 26th. That week is my birthday week. I'm turning 40. I'm so excited. Brie and I are going to go and do a little staycation and a little socially distanced staycation, which is going to be a lot of fun and just relax to celebrate my 40th. The plan, I thought, was I was going to go to Hawaii to celebrate my 40th birthday, but that is not happening. So we're doing a staycation here in Dallas, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And when I come back, I'll be hosting the Victoria Marie March virtual crop. So stay tuned for that information. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you haven't participated in one of the virtual crops, it is one of the most popular things that I do. We do scrap and chats. We have challenges. We have a lot of fun. You've got 3 weeks to finish the challenges, so you don't have to do it that weekend. So it is just tons and tons of fun. So look for that information to come out. Subscribe to the newsletter. Follow me on my socials. Check out Felicity Jane. The link is in the description. We will be back next Friday, same time, same channel. Thank you so much for your energy and support. And I think that is all. Thank you, guys. Woohoo, 40, yay. For all of us 80s babies that are getting ready to turn 40 or have already turned 40. We were hitting that next decade, so yay for us. And happy birthday to all the March people, too, because it's Aries season, baby. Aries and Pisces, I think. March shares Aries and Pisces, so there we go. Thanks, guys, so much for joining me today. Love you all. Thanks for your continued support, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.